Hello, I'm Heather, and today is Thursday. A lot of people use it for Thoughtful Thursday, so I decided to use it to speak about wellness in the areas of anxiety and depression. I recently posted, I think it was a month or two ago, a kind of a lengthy video about that kind of grazed over my anxiety and depression. And it was a little all over the place. But again, I'm still growing and trying to find my footing. I'm getting closer and closer to something bigger in me. I can feel it. But at the same time, I'm so eager and I want to post these videos. And I had to take a step back and take a break and recollect and grow some more. And I felt that I'm at a point where I could start progressively going forward again with videos and do it every Thursday. So here I am. And today's topic for anxiety and depression, I want to talk about triggers. So triggers, wow. Those are difficult to identify. You might know some of them right offhand, but as you progress in life, trying to live a healthier life, you'll eventually start to identify more. Let me talk about my scenario, my situation, and everybody's is different. First of all, what helped me, I kind of jotted down in my phone a little day-to-day diary of like things I did and what my emotions were. I did it for a little while, and I want to say I started it with a week, and then I reviewed it and thought on it and kind of replayed it in my mind. And things that kind of upsetted me or put me in a situation where I was uncomfortable, I told myself, I'll get over it. I had to stop that and tell myself, why do I need to get over it? Here's the thing, and a lot of friends tell me this, if it doesn't bring me joy, why is it in my life? Or why do I do it? Such as jobs, habits, and so forth. People's a little different, but you gotta be able to work that out or try to work it out. But we'll talk about that again. But again, show triggers. I found a big trigger of mine was my job, my old job. And it's not something I ignored. I knew I wasn't happy, and I tried to bid into a different place in the company several times, and I couldn't get out. Boss wouldn't let me. But anyways, the thing is this, I even talked to HR. I was very, very unhappy. And that was a huge trigger for me because I couldn't think majority of the time. I had the hugest brain fog. I would get dizzy spells, and I almost would hyperventilate while I was at work because I would take on so many tasks at once. And I'm a doer, and that's hard for me to say no. And it puts me in a bad situation. So, one, I needed to step back and be in somewhere where I had a lot of tasks taken off me. And it's not that I didn't communicate this to my boss. Always communicate as much as you can to your boss. Take note when you do, time and day, and kind of briefly list the stuff that you spoke about. Also, if that doesn't get you anywhere, talk to HR. At the end of the day, after so long of trying to better your work environment, if you feel like it's not going anywhere, you can do this. You don't have to. You can wait it out and try again bidding somewhere else when things are better, or get into a program with your boss or HR that works around your anxiety. Work from home, whatever it may be. Those are just suggestions, ideas, but that's between you and your boss or the company you work for. Sometimes it takes something big, like it did for me, a career change. And I always liked fitness, and I wanted to take the plunge and just go into fitness and wellness. Was it a pay cut? Yes, starting off, it was a huge pay cut. Am I happy? Yes. I'd rather be happy what I do, and I help people, and I feel like that gives me more joy than what I was doing before. Not everybody's built to do certain jobs, and that's fine. So changing jobs was something big for me. I was scared out of my mind, but I'm worth the try. I had to teach myself I'm worthy of a chance like this opportunity. And that's the thing we all have to learn, is our worth. So I felt that my worth was bigger. My health was also bigger. Happiness was bigger. And at the end of the day, if psychologically, emotionally, I was happier, you can't put a price on that. That's what I say. Again, this is just how I felt. So I took a career change, and I realized once you change one trigger or find a way to reduce it or almost get it completely out of your life, I mean, you're going to get other triggers along the way, little ones, but you got to learn how to adapt, how you approach them, and how you live your life around them. Anyways, that's another subject. No job is perfect, but I was so happier with my career changed. My career changed, not changed. After I changed jobs, I realized I was not happy in my marriage. And the thing about this, if you find out that your significant other and you are not, or you're not happy and the other person's happy, or you're both not happy, here's the thing: communicate. No matter what, communicate. And sometimes it's even better, because we're all very defensive. We have these walls, especially when we have anxiety and depression. I had a lot of walls. It's always good to talk to a third party to get a better view of things. Our view of how we have seen things in the past about a certain individual or a loved one or a situation, our view is sometimes fixated because of our emotion. Instead of trying to have a neutral emotion, just be neutral about it and just look at it for what it is. Because it's not fair for me to be emotional and carry my own emotion and not consider your emotions, because you may not understand what I'm going through. Vice versa, okay? Your emotions, you feel a certain way, blah, 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 blah. My emotions a certain way, we're just bumping heads. So anyways, you could see a counselor. You could go to a church. If you could go to an individual that's very neutral, they're just only going to give you outsider views and not choose one side or other about which party's correct. Somebody that just says, take a step back and look at these situations, or look at these options, or look at this scenario in this way. One, that helps you grow as a person, because we have to interact with people every day, and that will help you grow mentally, emotionally, psychologically. And two, that could help your relationship grow. Now, I talked to a lady at my church. She wasn't a counselor, but she was like a support. I don't know the proper term to call her. She was like for religious support during trying times. I'm just going to call her that. And we did sign documents to keep the information that was discussed confidential. To me, that felt very, very professional, very well respected. So I talked to her about stuff. I vented a little bit. I cried. I tried my best not to lash out. I just unloaded soft cries, and And I try to be as gentle about it. Just let it go without bashing. Without like going crazy, using profanity and just blaming, just describing the situations, my emotions, and all the above. And she was very neutral based on this. She just said, okay, well, have you look at it this way and look at it that way. She helped me realize stuff in myself. She helped me realize stuff in my spouse. She helped me realize stuff in the situation that I may have overlooked and so forth. That's good for you. Now let's talk about the other party, or the individual or individuals that is maybe causing a trigger in your life. Now, it's best to be transparent both ways. We can't force the other individual or individuals to be transparent. Some people have issues with that. Some people are great at it. But the thing is do your best and talk to them. Be willing to work things out. Try to practice steps and habits that will lead you to be more transparent and clear in communication if that party is willing to work with you on that. That's the problem right there. If people are not willing to work with you, then you can't do it all on your own. So it takes both sides to work together, because no one, no matter how great we are, no one's perfect. But we can only get better. Perfection it doesn't exist. It's okay. But we can only get better. And to grow and be a better individual, we have to work together. You got to do it at work anyways, or in school, so why can't we do it in a relationship to make it better? Now, sometimes that works. There is no time limit about how long it's going to take or whatever, but it takes it's a process. It's a huge process, and it takes effort on both parts. Some people will give 100%. Some people start off at 20%. Be patient if you can. Be patient as much as possible. That's why it's good to have a third party, somebody to talk to or vent to, because they help to alleviate your mind when you're overwhelmed with thought, thinking this person is not pulling their weight. Well, maybe they are, but not at your level. Everybody's got a different level. I do things differently. That's how I flow. You may do it differently as well, at a different speed. But again, if that person's not willing to work, well, don't beat yourself up on it. It's sometimes you can't change people. If they're happy that way, by all means, that's fine. That's not for me or you to judge, or anybody. But sometimes if you're not happy, you can't self-sacrifice and be the only one unless you want to. Me, I felt very alone. So, and I'm not mad at the individual. That's how I felt, and I felt I wasn't heard. But that's the important thing. You got to be transparent, and if the other party is not communicating or taking what you say in account and being supportive, there's issues, already in the relationship. Or they may just be defensive. And I tried my best. I really did. And it just dropped me down to a level to where I no longer, and this may change for anyone, I no longer respected or cared for the individual. And that's okay. In my heart, I forgive that person. I forgive them a long time ago. But I really wished it would have worked out. But the thing is this, it takes time. And there's different triggers. Another thing is, triggers are like unhealthy habits. Too much sodas, too much junk food. That can throw your hormones off. That can throw off a lot of levels of your blood pressure, making you uncomfortable, hypertension. Oh my gosh, we can go into the medical field and talk about how unhealthy habits, smoking, whatever. Take in consideration what you put in your body responds. Just like whatever you hear, your body responds. What you see, your body responds. So, all right. So just triggers, okay? Again, this is from my own experience. And I hope this kind of helps you, let you know that, they're out there. Give yourself time, because you're worth it. And just try to live a healthier life, healthier environment, and do your best. And at the end of the day, know that you're doing better. Those little steps are like pebbles that build up into a mountain. So don't overlook that. All right, well, this is Heather signing off. And you have a great day. If you want to comment below about your triggers, or if you like my email address, it's hmweatherford, WEATHERFORD @hotmail.com. Again, it's going to be in the details below. Don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Have a great day. Peace. Stay fit. And mind, body, and soul, my friends.